Reverse parking is a skill. Many drivers see it as a challenge. They will circle a parking lot, searching for a simple drive-in spot. This avoids the need to back into a space. But honestly, learning to reverse park is very important. It is a fundamental part of driving. It makes you a more capable and confident driver. When you can reverse park, you have more options. You can fit into tighter spaces, and you can also leave the parking space more safely. Driving forward out of a space gives you a much better view of traffic. You can see pedestrians, cyclists, and other cars more clearly. It is a safer way to exit. Consider the design of a parking lot. The spaces are often angled, or they are set in tight rows. These designs often make reverse parking the most logical choice. Think of a busy supermarket on a Saturday morning. The lot is full. Cars are moving in every direction. A driver pulls forward into a spot. Later, they must back out into the busy lane. Their view is blocked by the large SUVs on either side. This is a common and dangerous situation. A driver who reverse parks has a clear, unobstructed view when leaving. They simply drive forward into the flow of traffic. This small choice greatly reduces risk. For new drivers, mastering this skill is a rite of passage. It builds spatial awareness. This is your brain's ability to understand where your car is in relation to other objects. When you first learn to drive, your car feels very large. It is hard to judge distances. Reverse parking forces you to use your mirrors. You learn to trust what you see in them. You develop a mental map of your vehicle's dimensions. This is not just about parking. This awareness helps in all driving situations, like changing lanes on a highway or navigating a narrow street. It makes you a smoother, more precise driver overall. So why do so many people avoid it? The answer is often anxiety. The fear of hitting another car is strong. The pressure of being watched by other drivers can be intense. We have all seen a driver struggle moving back and forth, unable to get the angle right. It can be embarrassing, but this fear can be overcome. It starts with understanding that it is a learned skill, not an innate talent. No one is born a perfect parker. Every expert driver was once a beginner. They practiced, they made mistakes, and they learned from them. Thinking of it as a process, not a performance, is the first step. Let's break down reverse parking into simple, repeatable steps. This method is for parking in a standard bay, like at a shopping center. First, signal your intention. Let other drivers know what you're doing. Drive past the empty parking spot you want. Stop when your car's rear bumper is aligned with the far line of the space. You should be about one car's width away from the parked cars. This starting position is the most important part of the entire maneuver. Getting it right makes everything else much easier. Take your time to set up correctly. Don't rush this initial step. Now the turning begins. Check all your mirrors and your blind spots. Make sure no pedestrians or cars are approaching. Put your car into reverse. Turn your steering wheel fully in the direction of the parking space. For example, if the space is on your right, turn the wheel all the way to the right. Begin to reverse slowly. Your car will start to pivot into the space. Use your side mirrors to guide you. Watch the corner of your car as it enters the bay. You want to see it clear the car next to the space. Go slowly. Slow is smooth and smooth is fast. As your car becomes more aligned with the space, you will need to adjust your steering. When your car is about halfway in and looks parallel to the cars beside you, start to straighten your steering wheel. Continue to reverse slowly in a straight line. Look at both of your side mirrors. Check the white lines on the ground. You want to see an equal amount of space on both sides of your car. This tells you that you are centered in the spot. If you are too close to one side, you can make a small correction by turning the wheel slightly away from that side and then straightening it again. Finally, you need to know when to stop. Keep reversing straight back until your car is fully in the space. How do you know when you are far enough in? A good reference point is to look at the car parked next to you. When your side mirrors are aligned with the side mirrors of the car next to you, that is usually a perfect stopping point. You can also use the curb or the line at the back of the space as a guide. Look in your rearview mirror or use your backup camera if you have one. Once you are in position, put the car in park. You have successfully reverse parked. Anxiety is the biggest barrier to learning reverse parking. Your heart might beat faster, your palms might get sweaty. This is a normal reaction to a new and complex task. The key to reducing this stress is to control your environment. Find a quiet, empty parking lot for your first few practice sessions. Go early on a Sunday morning or late in the evening. Remove the pressure of an audience. With no one watching and no risk of hitting another vehicle, you can focus entirely on the steps. Use cones or even empty cardboard boxes to create a practice parking space. This gives you a target without any real danger. Another powerful tool is visualization. Before you even start the car, sit in the driver's seat and walk through the maneuver in your mind. Imagine yourself signaling, pulling past the spot and turning the wheel. Picture the car gliding smoothly into the space. This mental rehearsal prepares your brain for the actual task. It builds a pathway of success before you even begin moving. When you do start practicing, break the process down. Don't try to do it all at once. Focus only on the first step, getting the starting position right. Do that 10 times. Then add the second step. This builds confidence incrementally. My friend Sarah used to be terrified of reverse parking. She would drive for 10 extra minutes just to find a spot she could pull into. Her anxiety was high. One day, we went to an empty school parking lot. We didn't even try to park at first. I had her just practice reversing in a straight line, using only her mirrors. Then, we practiced the initial turn, over and over again. We used 2 shopping bags to mark the entrance to a space. By focusing on one small piece at a time, she slowly built her confidence. The fear was replaced by a feeling of control. It took less than an hour for her to go from panic to successful parking. Remember to be kind to yourself during this process. You will make mistakes. You might get the angle wrong and have to pull out and start again. This is not failure, it is learning. Every driver has had to do the shuffle of shame, pulling forward to correct their angle. The important thing is not to get flustered. Take a deep breath. Analyze what went wrong. Was your starting position off? Did you turn the wheel too late? Acknowledge the mistake, reset, and try again. Each attempt, successful or not, is teaching your brain and muscles what to do. Patience is your best friend. Common mistakes are a natural part of the learning curve. One of the most frequent errors is starting the turn too early or too late. If you turn too soon, your car's side will hit the vehicle you are parking next to. If you turn too late, you will end up crooked or not fully in the space. The fix for this is simple. Focus on your reference point. Your rear bumper must be past the first line of the space before you start turning the wheel. Be precise with this setup. It is the foundation of the entire maneuver. If you get it wrong, just pull forward, reset your position, and try again. Another common issue is overcorrection. This happens when you are trying to straighten the car inside the space. A small error in angle can cause a driver to turn the steering wheel too much. This makes the car swing wildly from side to side. The key is to make small, gentle adjustments. Think of it like threading a needle, not wrestling a bear. A tiny turn of the wheel has a big effect when you are moving slowly in reverse. And remember to turn the wheel back to the center after each correction. This prevents you from making the problem worse. Slow, deliberate movements are always better than fast, jerky ones. Parking too far from or too close to the curb is also a frequent mistake. This is a matter of judgment that improves with repetition. Using your side mirrors is essential. As you back in, glance from one mirror to the other. Try to keep the gap between your car and the white lines even on both sides. If you have a backup camera, the colored guidelines are a fantastic tool. They show you your predicted path. Learn to trust them. If you don't have a camera, you can try a small trick. When you think you are done, get out of the car and look. See how you did. This real-world feedback is invaluable. Ultimately, there is no secret trick that replaces practice. Every time you go to the store, see it as an opportunity. Choose a spot that requires you to reverse park, even if it's a little farther away from the entrance. Each repetition builds muscle memory. Soon, you won't even need to think about the steps consciously. Your hands and feet will know what to do. It will become as natural as driving forward. Be patient with your progress. Celebrate the small victories. The first time you park perfectly on the first try will be a great feeling. Keep practicing, and you'll become a true parking pro.